Hi everyone, I'm Michael Molina, and here's your quick tip for today. I want to talk a little bit about customer research. Why is customer research important? Well, doing customer research, you can find out a lot of similarities about your customers. Now, yes, I understand if you're a divorce attorney that all of your customers are in the need of a divorce. But this kind of goes beyond that. I'm talking about why they chose you over your competition. By doing customer research, you can learn these similarities. Similarities in state of mind, similarities on, what part of your message appealed to them. All of this is part of how you can learn how to market your company better. Now, remember, Google's not the end-all be-all of everything. There are plenty of other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, Yelp, just to name a few. The one thing to keep in mind is that when you do customer research, you don't want to go into it willy-nilly. You want to have a plan on what you want to learn and how you're going to go about learning it. There are a few ways that you can go about doing this. I'll kind of start at the top, something very easy, and then we'll kind of dig in a little deeper. I want to talk a little bit about using Google Analytics or Facebook Analytics for customer research. Google Analytics or Facebook Analytics will give you a lot of information about the visitors to your site. You can break them down into age, you can break them down into gender. They'll also give you affinity categories, what are affinity categories? Affinity categories are their top level interests, shopping, entertainment, foodies, that sort of thing. But the other thing they will provide is they'll provide a breakdown. For example, if you have an entertainment group, do they like movies? Do they like music? Or if they're shopping, do they like to shop for shoes? Do they like to shop for furniture? And it kind of breaks it down a little bit deeper. I actually wrote an article about this. It's believe it or not, it's called How Do I Find Audience at Demographics for my website using Google Analytics. Pretty original. You can find that on my website at migmanmedia.com. But you can dig a little bit deeper than just that superficial top level information that just are about the visitors to your site. You can actually start to research actual customers. And one way of doing that is to do surveys. Now, we all receive these surveys from businesses. And so thank you very much for being a customer. Now click on this link here and tell us how great we are. But the truth of the matter is they actually provide a lot of good information. And they give you a bit of insight on the mindset of your customer. But here's a couple of tips. First, don't have more than 5 or 6 questions. People are they get bored too quickly, myself included. If I see 20 questions and I got to take 15 minutes of my day to do it, more than likely I'm going to say, what, I'll do this later, never get back to it. The other thing I would do is include some open-ended questions, 1 or 2, but be careful not to word the questions in such a way that they can answer yes or no, because that's not going to help you. For example, don't ask, is there anything else you would like to share with us? Because there's a good chance you're going to get the answer no. However, if you ask, what did you enjoy most about working with us? You really can't answer that yes or no. They can choose not to answer it, but that's a whole nother question, or a whole nother problem to that question. So we're not even going to deal with that. But just keep that in mind. The third level, and this is where you really can dig deep into your customers, is actually talk to your customers, interview them. What I do is I recommend just doing probably about 5 or 6 interviews, but do a screener survey first. Get some people that are really jazzed about your company. Get some people that are kind of meh, and then you want to get some people that are just like what you want to do is you want to get that range of feedback, because you just never know what you're going to find by asking questions. Because the good thing you could do about the thing that's most important about doing a interview directly is you can ask follow-up questions. I'll give you an example. So let's say you have a gentleman that you surveyed, and he prefers to use your 800 number to order products as opposed to the online form. Well, you get him on the phone and you ask him, well, sir, I saw that you really enjoy using our 800 number, and we appreciate that, but why don't you use our online service? And then you come to realize, well, he has to, remember, these are customers, everybody's a little bit different. He has to walk down the hall and go to his wallet where his credit card is, walk all the way back. So rather than just doing that, he just picks up his phone, walks down to the end of the hall, orders the product. He has his number, your number already in his contacts. He talks to Sally, who's on the other end, orders the product, and he's happy. He's done. He doesn't have to worry about it again. This is where the follow-up question comes in. So you ask him, sir, what would make you use our online form rather than the 800 number? And then you come to realize, well, if you had stored my previous orders and my credit card information, and I can just kind of log on and just click and reorder the information, kind of like Amazon does, then I would probably use it more. Now that's a piece of information that you would never be able to pick out if you just did a survey. He would just say he's satisfied in the 800 number and not the other one. You just have to kind of take it at his word. See, by talking to actual customers, you can learn so much more, and then you don't have to guess. You know what you need to do, and then you can learn little tidbits about what is working and what is not. And that's my quick tip for today. Let's keep the conversation going. You can follow me on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I appreciate you kind of giving a little click and doing that. Appreciate it. Anyway, I'm Michael Bellina, and I hope to see you again real soon. Thanks.